This is Sholo Ford's presentation of local sports on iTalk 1067 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Beamer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. And now, Sholo Ford presents local sports on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
A very good evening, folks. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. I'm Aaron Hewish, joined by Mel, our technical director, Robin and RJ on the cameras to bring you, again, Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as we have the Diamondbacks against the Diamondbacks. It's the red-blue Diamondbacks with the A against the teal and maroon Diamondbacks as we're going to get things set as Riker Bjorn, the leadoff hitter for the blue Diamondbacks, we're just going to call them, steps into the box, and we're going to start off this with our Summit Healthcare Injury Report. And our Summit Healthcare Injury Report is, these are young boys. They're pretty healthy. And if they're not, mom can usually fix it. Unless it's something broken, then they have to go to the doctor. But then you go to Summit Healthcare, right? Because they do our injury report. That brings us to our Ace Hardware Keys to the Game. Ace Hardware Keys to the Game is simply this, and that is fundamental baseball. The things that mom and dad and grandpa and grandma and uncle taught us as kids. You field the ball, you hit the ball, you throw the ball. As Riker Bjorn hits a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball right back. But our Ace Hardware Keys of the Game are play some fundamentals. So tonight, we bring you a pretty good matchup from what I've been told. On the hill is Bracken Coor for the Red Diamondbacks. As Bracken Coor's older brother Aiden just completed a great season for the Lobo baseball team. Look for Bracken and that Coor name to be called again as things get forward. As Riker Bjorn walks for the first time out as like I said, he is the first batter of the evening, but Bracken Coor pitching for the Diamondbacks, and look for him in the next few years to don that Lobo blue like so many of his brothers, his dad, his uncles have all done and played. And sure, he'll do a heck of a job, whereas we have Riker Bjorn on first base, and he just walked. Doing the catching this evening is James Ramberg for the Red Diamondbacks. As Bjorn at first, that brings up Xander Owens. Xander playing center field this evening for the blue team. As he swings a strike, it's missed as Riker tries to get a jump, and Riker jumps, and he's going to easily scoot into second with a passed ball. As our first game, our matinee, as you will. Got some headlights out there that might need to be turned off. As that's the ball inside and those lights get turned off as Bjorn stays there at second base. Bjorn is going to go in with a pass ball as Owens don't have the quite count because the scoreboard is not on. I don't have an indicator, and I'm too lazy to keep balls and strikes half the time. I'm going to do a little bit better job of that as that's going to be ball outside. Coor looking to find his zone. Needs a few warm-up pitches to do that. Coor wearing number 12 for the red team this evening, as we've got a beautiful snowflake spring evening. There was a beautiful day, about 80 degrees. That's going to be a pass ball, and that's going to send Riker Bjorn to third base, and that sends Owens to first base with a walk. So rough start for Coor, and he's going to settle in and do just fine as we move on to this game. That brings up Drex Peterson, the catcher for the blue team this evening. As again, this Sholo Ford's presentation, we'd like to thank Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Ace Hardware, Summit Healthcare, Sholo Ford, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Horn Auto Center as our sponsors this evening that bring you these games. A lot of people have been asking me, why do you cover Little League games? It's because these amazing sponsors give us the ability to call these games and bring them to you live in your living room and support the youth of the White Mountains. It's not just high school, it's everything. As most of these young men are 5th, 6th, possibly 1 or 2 7th graders. As Bracken throws outside, and Xander is going to go down to second with a stolen base. So a huge thanks to our sponsors for bringing you these games, and good things as these Silver Creek Little Leaguers look to be future Lobos. Probably not all of them we're going to see on the diamond, A lot of them are going to go head to the track realm. A lot of them are going to choose the music and the performing arts. A lot of them are going to choose academics, but nonetheless, they are going to be all, probably most of them, Lobos someday and follow in the footsteps of some of the greats of their family. As Bracken having a little bit of a rough time finding the strike zone, doing his best, keeping the ball down. Great job by the catcher. We have Bjorn on third, Xander on second. As that swung on by Peterson, and that's going to be as Bracken steps in, settles, wind up pitch, and that's going to be ball high, and that's going to send Peterson to first base with a base on balls. Nobody down here in the top of the first inning, as that's going to bring up Colt Gerber for the Blue. Colt wearing number 23, bases loaded, and I believe that this is Coach Fish is going to come out to talk to his team and his infield this evening, as he's going to have some words of wisdom for Bracken there, getting his boys a little fired up. As you know, Little League is a volunteer organization, and you got to think about these coaches, these umpires. The umpires do get a little bit of coin, but these coaches putting in the amount of time they do. I'm amazed when these teams go to the all-star realm, how much they practice and how much time they put in, and that's all due to the coaches. And the parents from getting there to point A to point B, and the boys and the girls for wanting to participate, all the fans coming out to watch, and we just have ourselves a pretty good evening of ball here at Silver Creek Little League this evening. The concession stands run by volunteers. As the sunset, gorgeous blues and oranges in the sunsets, the artificial lighting is taken over as the primary lighting in the field for this late start. And there's Bracken with the delivery, and that's going to be a ball high for Gerber. Gerber doing the pitching this evening, wearing number 23. Bases loaded, nobody out here. Top of the first inning. Silver Creek Little League Shola Forge presentation of Little League Baseball on i106.com, and that is a strike thrown to Gerber.
Keep going. Tyler, if you can, roll it up. Let's go. Hey,
Bracken looking in. Winds up, and that's going to be ball outside. As that's going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Ball inside. That was a close pitch for Kaur. Bracken comes set. Of course, there's no leads in Little League because that's going to be a pass ball, and that's going to actually be a walk. So Gerber's going to walk, and Bjorn's going to come for the first run of the ball game. As Owens is going to advance, Peterson's going to advance, and Gerber's going to go to first base with a base on balls to start this game. That's going to bring up Jensen Baldwin. Jensen Baldwin wearing number 7 tonight, playing the shortstop position. Looks in at Kaur. Kaur comes set. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. That's going to be a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. That's going to be a strike. First strike of the batter for Baldwin. Kaur just needs to settle down a little bit here in this first inning. Got a lot of help there defensively from his squad. He looks, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As Kaur starting to find his groove, wearing number 12. The battery this evening, Kaur and Ramberg, working for the Red. Red team adorning their Diamondbacks with the teal outline, as the Diamondbacks went to that primary red, teal, and black this last year. The blue team wearing a American-inspired red, white, and kind of blue with a little bit of gold trim, but all the uniforms, and that's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball hitting off the light pole. As these uniforms sponsored by the Arizona Diamondbacks and part of their youth sponsorship program, their Little League initiative, as they have done a lot of these fields in the area, as well as sponsored all these uniforms. So as that's going to be a pass ball, and that's going to be Owens is going to come, and Owens is going to slide in, and he is going to be safe. Umpire is going to call time, and that's going to cross for the second run of the inning as Peterson advances to third, and Gerber is going to advance to second. That leaves first base open with Baldwin, as I believe Kellen Rodriguez is our home plate umpire. Dusts off the plate and calls it back. 2 strikes on the batter. 2 strikes to Baldwin. As the Diamondbacks sponsor these uniforms, the league just puts the numbers on, and they have all the sponsors. There's another one fouled off. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball as a good way to get some future viewership and some money going towards the Diamondbacks' way, but also a great way for them to give back as a community support and thank you. And we do thank the Arizona Diamondbacks for that. That's going to be a ball in the dirt. Runners at second and third with nobody out here in the top of the first inning. As Coor comes set, he has first base open. There's the windup delivery, and that's going to be over the top, and that's going to cause Baldwin to walk, and that's going to be bases loaded now, and it's going to bring up Eric Pollock playing second base for the blue team. Great shot there. Again, our RJ and Robin on the camera, and that's going to be swung on a miss. Great delivery by Coor as Pollock swings and misses. Coor comes set, delivers, and that's going to be called strike 2 on the batter. That's going to be delivered. That's going to be in the dirt, and that's going to have us to play at the plate. And Peterson's going to come. Peterson's going to cross. Ball's going to hit Peterson, and he's going to cross for another run as that's going to advance Gerber to third, and Baldwin's going to move up to second base. Pollock with 2 strikes on him, still in the box. Here's the pitch by Coor. That's ball high, and that's going to have a run come home. As we're going to have a little bit, as Coor bobbles it a little bit, it's going to force the runners back to the base. Gerber scattles back to third. Baldwin about halfway. He gets back to second base, and that's going to bring full count to Pollock. Coor comes set. Here's the delivery, and that's going to be swung on strike 3 for the first strikeout and the first out of the inning for Coor. And that's going to bring up number 45, Hiram White, for the blue team. White handling the third base duties for the blue team tonight as Coor winds up, delivers, and that's going to be called on the corner for strike 1. Hiram getting some words of encouragement from his coaching staff. Coach Joe Bjorn over there at first base, as first base is currently open. Runners on second and third as White swings on and misses for strike 2. As Coor now settling in, finding his zone a little bit, getting that ball across the plate. As now Coor comes set. Wind up in the pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's going to be the second out of the inning as White goes down, swinging for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Brantley Winters. Brantley Winters currently batting in the lineup but not playing a position. They bat everyone at this time. So Brantley wearing number 3. Coming up, a base hit, could possibly score 2, helping his team out here in the top of the first inning. Here's the delivery from Coor. That's going to be up in the zone, ball 1. Here's another windup delivery, and that's going to be ball up again to Winters. Burton on deck for the blue team. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the first inning. Delivery, and that's going to go down as a strike to Winters. After a rough start, Coor settled down a little bit and has 2 strikeouts back-to-back here, and currently working on a 2-1 count to Winters. Here's Coor, the windup delivery, and that's going to be ball high, and that's going to make Gerber take a few steps off. Thought really quickly about it, but ball bounces back to the catcher, Ramberg, as Ramberg skedaddles and gets it back to Coor. Nobody advances. 3-1 to Winters. There's the pitch, and that is ball 4, and that's going to load the bases as Winters heads to first base with a walk, and that's going to bring up Crosby Burton. And Crosby wearing number 0 for the blue team this evening. As there's the windup and there's the pitch. Now it's going to be strike 1 to Crosby. Bases loaded, 2 down. First inning. Top of the first inning. As the red team wearing Diamondbacks is the home team, as that ball's going to be in the dirt. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Burden. Wind up delivery by Coor. That goes in there for a strike against Burden. Strike 2. Bases loaded. 2 down. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Burden. Here's the delivery. Ball up. Ball up in the zone. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like the wind is blowing kind of southwesterly to northeasterly this evening. Typical wind we have, and that's going to cross the plate for strike 3, and that's going to be a called strike 3. And we've got 3 runs, no hits, 3 men left. As we go to the bottom of the first, the blue team 3 and the red team coming to bat. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
I'm just like, I was actually going to text you like, hey, we're covering the game tonight. If you need to work. That's all good. Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com, as the red team coming up that is going to send Fish, Wall, and Coor to the plate this inning, as down 3-0 early in the first inning. As we're going to have Trigger Fish step in.
Can you give me something?
As Fish is going to step in, as that's going to be strike, doing the pitching duties for the blue team again is Colt Gerber. So Gerber as well as Peterson making up the battery this evening for the blue team, as Gerber's wind up. And Gerber with I believe that's a curveball this evening from Gerber. Looking pretty good, as Fish hangs in there and tips that out for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. Fish playing second base, handling the middle infield duties, along with, let me see, it looks like him and Reed handling the middle infield duties. There's a pitch from Gerber, and that ball is going to fall outside. And I believe that's 1 ball and 2 strikes, but I've been known to be wrong on the count many, many times before. Actually, a pretty good crowd on the evening. Some parents, grandparents. I see a couple grandparents filtering in, watching and supporting these boys. Can't do Little League without volunteers and support from the parents and grandparents. Getting these young men to and from, and just doing what they do. As Fish looks in, full count. And there's a delivery from Gerber, and that's going to be okay. I was wrong. It was 2-2. That goes to ball 3. As Fish steps in, Gerber comes set. into the stretch, and that's going to be strike 3, and Fish is going to go down for the first out of the inning with the strike 3 from Gerber. And that's going to bring up Maddox Wall for the red team. Maddox playing first base this evening, wearing number 3. Wearing 3, playing 3, Gerber. And see, I already lost, folks, who my catcher was. That's going to be Peterson as my catcher, and that's Gerber. And Gerber's delivery to Wall is swung on, missed. Strike 1. Again, Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball. All our sponsors, Sholo Ford, Summit Healthcare, Ace Hardware, Deemer's Glass. That's going to be swung on, strike 2. Honda Ski and Outdoor, Horn Auto Center. Great sponsors to bring you these ball games. That's going to be outside as Wall looks at another ball in his at bat for Blue. Pretty nice evening for a mid-May day in Snowflake, Arizona. It's one of the reasons we live here. That's going to be a ball high, and that's going to be swung on. It's going to be dribbled foul back to the fence, and that's going to be a foul ball, as that's going to even the count for Wall. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that is a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. That didn't hit a windshield, though. We're looking for that one nice smack to the windshield where it's no choice but to go to Mountain Mobile. I'm Aaron Hewish, along for Mel in the truck, Robin and RJ on the cameras, bringing you this game, doing the best we can to provide coverage of all sports in the White Mountains. There's the windup Gerber pitch, and that's going to be called. Strike 3 to Wall for the second out of the inning as Gerber sends the first down. That's going to bring up the pitcher for the evening, Bracken Coor, wearing number 12 for the red team as Coor steps into the box to face Gerber. Gerber gets the sign. Here's the delivery to Coor, and that's going to be over the batter. Back to the backstop. Great job by Peterson letting it go, come back getting it. No on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning as the red team coming up to bat, down 3-0. As home plate umpire Kellen Rodriguez cleaning off the plate. He's going to step back and let the boys. We got a bit of a timeout. As Coor steps in, here's the delivery from Gerber. The pitch, and that's going to be popped up, and that's going to be trouble. That's in a little bit of no man's land. Second baseman comes over and makes the catch. That is Eric Pollock. So that is going to go down as an F4. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the top of second. Score is 3-0 in favor of the blue team. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. Yeah, we got new cars, but we got some awesome used cars for tax time. How about a 2022 Chevy Silverado RST? It's already lifted, it's got a 6.2 and 24,000 miles. Did you get a little bit of tax money? Credit's not so good? Well, check out this 02 Nissan Xterra. This thing is in great shape. It's a manual transmission and 4-wheel drive. Over here, how about a 2023 Mazda CX-50? It's equipped with a 2.5 turbo and it's all-wheel drive. You got to see the interior of this car. Over here, last but not least, we used to have them brand new Subaru Forester, a 2020 Forester Sport, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and all the safety features of Subaru. It's Horn Auto Center on the Deuce in Sholo. Come check us out here in person or at hornauto.com. Make it a great day.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as the red team goes down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, but no fear, the blue team coming up to bat. And Bracken Coor on the mound to start off this inning as And the ball's thrown down. That's Coor and Ramberg doing the battery duties for the red team, down 3-0 here in the top of the second inning, as that's going to bring up Steven, not sure which one we're pronouncing, Birdsong for the first batter of the inning. As Coor now comes set, he's ready, and there's the delivery, and that's going to be called strike over the edge of the plate. Strike one. Coor working really fast, getting into a groove, and that's going to be called strike two for Coor. Birdsong down early in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Coor, and that's going to be strike three, called on Birdsong for the first out of the inning, as that's going to bring up Michael Rollins. I'm going to have to get a pronunciation on that. I'm not sure. That brings up Mr. Rawlings, wearing number 25, playing right field. There's the first pitch, and that's going to be called strike on Rawlings. One down, top of the second inning here, Silver Creek Little League Park. Beautiful evening. Temperature just about a little over 70 degrees to start this game. As there's the pitch from Coor to Rawlings, and that's going to be inside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to number 25, Rawlings. Mikel is the confirmation I have on the name. So it is Mikel Rawlings. Here's Coor, the wind up the pitch, and that's going to be swung on a miss, strike two by Rawlings. Coor settling down, finding his groove. 2 strikeouts in a row, struck out Burden in the inning. 4 strikeouts on the evening for Coor, as he's looking ahead 0-2, and that's going to be strike three, and that is going to be the second out of the inning as Rawlings goes down for Coor's 5th strikeout of the game, and that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Riker Bjorn. Bjorn walked last time up for the blue team. As Bjorn steps into the box to face Coor. Coor with 2 down here in the inning, and that's going to be ball outside to Bjorn. There's the wind up the pitch to Bjorn, ball outside. Foul ball. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball, fouled off right in front of our table here on the other side of the fence for this broadcast this evening. As Bjorn now down in the count with 2 strikes on him. Coor looks, winds up delivery, and that's going to be foul ball down the first base line as it lands about 3 feet to the right of the chalk here, as the ball is going to come in, and Bjorn gets another chance this evening. As that's going to be ball outside, that's going to even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I wasn't yawning, Mel. I was needing oxygen inside my bloodstream. I was lacking it.
As Coor comes set, here's the windup, the pitch to Bjorn. That's going to be inside, and Bjorn's going to walk for this second walk of the evening. And that's going to bring up Owens, who walked and scored his last time up to bat. 2 down here. Coor working on 5 strikeouts on the evening as he delivers to Owens. Strike, perfect, right down the middle, called strike by the home plate umpire. Coor gets set, and that's going to be delivered over the plate. Strike 2. Xander Owens down, 0 balls, 2 strikes. Bjorn on first base, 2 down here. That's going to be ball inside. Home plate umpire wanted to ring him up. Coor kind of saw that too. He's okay. Coor comes set now. Working 1-2, and that's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Deuces Wild here in the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To Xander Owens as Bjorn goes to second on the pass ball. And that's going to be swung on and missed, strike 3. No runs, no hits. 1 left as we go to the bottom of the second. The score is 3-0 in favor of the blue team. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Show Low. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Welcome back to Show Low Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as the blue team takes an early 3-0 lead on the red team. As Gerber doing the pitching duties, handling the catching is Peterson, Drex Peterson for the blue team, as that's going to bring up Tyler Reed playing shortstop this evening in this inning as we get things set. Ball goes down. Toss it around a little bit. And let's get ready to play some ball. Let's get ready to play some ball.
Jensen, you good? Did it hit you?
I did.
Reed steps in. Gerber looks, makes sure his defense is set. Umpire set, calls for the pitch. Here's the delivery from Gerber. Ball outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch from Gerber. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Reed. Tyler Reed, the shortstop for the red team this evening. They'll wind up the pitch. Ball outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Gerber did a good job in that first inning of finding the zone, kind of having a rough time here as he tosses 4 straight to Reed, as Reed's going to find first base on the base on balls, and that's going to bring up James Ramberg, the catcher for the red team, as Reed goes down to first, and the red team is looking to start rolling here in this second inning. We're in the bottom 2. Here's Gerber, the wind up the pitch, and that is going to be called strike 1 as Reed dances a little bit over and is going to need to get back or else he might get called out. There's Gerber looking on. Gerber is working from the stretch. No leads, but checks his runner anyway. Good habit to get into, young man. As Gerber delivers, that's going to be swung on a missed strike, and that's going to be called a foul ball, which sends Reed back to first base. However, it's going to be attempted to be struck, which is a strike by the definition of the original rules of baseball. Attempting to strike or in the area that can be struck. Here's Gerber, wind up pitch outside, and that's going to be ball outside. As Ramberg again, wearing number 10, catching for the red team. Little matriculation, trying to get Reed caught off guard there. As Gerber now steps back onto the hill to face Ramberg. Nobody out. 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom 2. Gerber delivers, and that's going to be outside. That's going to get by, and Reed's going to go on actually, we're going to call that a wild pitch to second base, as Gerber hasn't thrown many of those. Done a good job of settling down, doing his thing. That's going to bring, I believe, a full count to Ramberg. Gerber comes set. Wind up. That's going to be a ball, and that is going to be full count by the home plate umpire. Again, I'm doing a terrible job of keeping it, and I apologize for that, but full count to Ramberg, runner on second. Here's the windup from Gerber. The pitch outside, that's going to be ball 4, and that's going to put Ramberg on first base with a base on balls. More importantly, that's going to be runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Duke Willis playing outfield this evening for the red team. Here's Gerber, wind up the pitch, and that's going to be called inside, but not sure how far that one was off the plate. Willis bailed out a little bit, but it looked like that ball had the corner. I can't really see the plate right now. Here's the pitch from Gerber, runners on first and second. That's going to be swung on and missed by Willis. Willis evens the count with that strike at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gerber comes set. And that's going to be a ground ball to first base. And that's going to be fielded at first. And that's going to be taken by first base by Riker Bjorn. Riker does a great job. That's going to go down as a 1 unassisted for the first out of the inning. However, the runners both advanced, but Riker doing a great job of fielding that ball blindly and was able to step on the bag, as we're going to get a visit from the manager of the blue team. As that's going to bring up Coulter Hatch with 1 down here, and both runners in scoring position on the bases for the red team. Again, I'm Aaron Hewish. We got Mel, RJ, Robin doing their thing, bringing you this broadcast. Lots of work to put this on. They're the technical crew that I'd want to go with, getting things set up, getting things ready, making sure this broadcast is about as good as it can be up here in the White Mountains. Pretty lucky to these young men, and for us a chance to call this because of our sponsors, but get to have a little bit of the big league feel under the lights and having the broadcast in the background. Appreciate all of those of you joining in, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles. Do me a favor and comment where you're watching from. Might be something interesting to talk about as we move on to this game. Anything you want us to cover in here, but I believe we had someone tune in last game from quite a ways away. Got a little text message telling me where they were, and that's going to be called strike 2. And so we're definitely worldwide this evening. Share our YouTube channel, subscribe to it. Let all your parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, nanas, tatas, ninas, tios, whatever you need to be to get those coming in to watch you play. As that one's going to fall in the dirt. 2 strikes still to Hatch. Ball delivery strike, and that's going to be swung on for strike 3 by Hatch, and that's going to go down for the second out of the inning, as that's going to bring up Benjamin Greer, who's playing outfield this evening for the red team. Great cut by Coulter Hatch there, just a bit off that. But again, Geiger doing a pretty good job. Geiger with 3 strikeouts on the evening. As here's Geiger looking in. Geiger delivers. Strike called by the umpire to Greer. Here's Gerber. Wind up pitch. That's going to be strung on a miss by Greer. Wearing number 7 playing outfield this evening, as he now falls down in the count 0-2 for the red team. Gerber comes set with runners on second and third. 2 down. There's the delivery, and it's swung on a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Blue 3, red 0. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right, not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as we move into the top of the third inning as Drex Peterson is going to lead things off for the blue team as Brax, let's see, make sure. Yes, Bracken Kaur is still pitching and Ramberg still catching for the red team as Peterson's going to lead us off. Peterson walked and scored his first time up. But ever since that first inning, that second inning went pretty silent. Kaur has really settled down and has 6 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. So all the outs of his team have come by his arm this evening. As Peterson's going to step in from the left side of the plate, give the umpire the high sign to hold. Bracken looking in. Bracken checks things out. They'll wind up the pitch. That's going to be swung on and missed by Peterson. Strike 1. Bracken to Peterson, and that's going to be fouled off. That's a Mountain Mobile Glass foul ball. And very easily could have put some glass needs into an automobile in the parking lot, but just missed. As if it did hit your windshield, we apologize. We are sorry. As that's going to be, I think if that would have caught it, might have been strike 3. But anyway, that's going to be ball 1 to Peterson. If that does hit your car, all apologies. But you can call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. They'll get things taken care of for you. Just doesn't have to be a windshield. They have all your glass needs. Here's Kaur. That's going to be delivered high. Looked like it slipped out of his hand. He kind of holding his hand a bit like it did slip. And so we're going to be even at the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here from Silver Creek Little League Park. Beautiful evening. Beautiful May evening for ball here in the White Mountains. As that's going to be strike 3 looking as Peterson's going to go down for the first out of the inning. Great job by Kaur hitting that outside corner. As the sun is now set and the temperature has dropped below 70, we're at a nice 64 degrees with a 9-mile-per-hour wind going southwest to northeast this evening. Thank you for joining us here at Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as we get things going here as Kaur delivers. And Kaur with 7 strikeouts as he delivers that first one for a strike on the batter. We thank all those of you tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in from, whatever part of the state, country, world, or your couch right here in Snowflake, watching the kids, watching the grandkids. Might have gotten to the point where you just said, yeah, it's gotten a little chilly, I'm not moving out tonight. I find it funny during football season when we bring you these broadcasts, as soon as the temperature dips below, about 50, it seems like the views, I'm sure, local go up, and I'm sure that's a lot of grandma and grandpa saying we love our grandkids, but we're just going to enjoy the game from the couch this evening and support, and we do appreciate that. As we got another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball as Coach Aaron Kaur throws it to Bracken Kaur, the pitcher, as the count to Gerber. As Gerber walked and scored his last time up, Gerber hits a fly ball, and that one is going towards third base, and that one is going to be easily caught by the third baseman, and that is Coulter Hatch. That is going to go down as an F5 in the book for the second out of the inning. Great job by Colt Gerber on getting contact on that ball, but also great job by Coulter Hatch. I got Colt Gerber and Coulter Hatch mixed up. I apologize for that. But Colt to Coulter. Gerber to Hatch on that one as Baldwin comes up stringing at strike 1. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the third. That one's going to be hit, and that one's going to be dribbled foul as it's going to be fielded by Coach Bjorn, the first base coach over there, as the ball dribbles foul this evening. As I believe that is 2 strikes on Baldwin. As Coor looks, settles down, delivers, and that's going to be ball low. Great job by Ramberg keeping that ball in front, doing a fantastic job playing that catching position. The captain of the team, the seer of the field. That's going to be called strike 3, and Baldwin's going to go down for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd, 3-0 the blue team. This is Show Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center on the Deuce Clubs in Shola. Yeah, we got new cars, but we got some awesome used cars for tax time. How about a 2022 Chevy Silverado RST? It's already lifted, it's got a 6.2 and 24,000 miles. Did you get a little bit of tax money? Credit's not so good? Well, check out this 02 Nissan Xterra. This thing is in great shape. It's a manual transmission and 4-wheel drive. Over here, how about a 2023 Mazda CX-50? It's equipped with a 2.5 turbo and it's all-wheel drive. You got to see the interior of this car. Over here, last but not least, we used to have them brand new, Subaru Forester, a 2020 Forester Sport, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and all the safety features of Subaru. It's Horn Auto Center on the Deuce in Sholo. Come check us out here in person or at hornauto.com. Make it a great day.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. And folks, you're going to have to forgive the feeble mind. That is me in this case. I need to give a little shout out to Deemer's Glass. I failed to mention them earlier with our sponsors. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN, and they're a sponsor of our glass shattering hit. We don't have one of those yet, but that's okay. But we'd like to thank Deemer's Glass as well as Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. So I guess the worst case scenario would be you get hurt by glass and you have to go to Summit and get keys made because you can't find the keys to the car. But that's not. But you know what, folks? Regardless, Ace Hardware, the keys to the game, Summit Healthcare, and the other one I forgot is we're going to start off this inning with our Northland Pioneer College start of the inning. Northland Pioneer College, when it comes time to kick off your college education, or tip off, it's kickoff in football, tip off in basketball, hit off your college education. Go to Northland Pioneer College with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. Locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College. So a special shout out to Deemer's Glass. And Deemer's Glass isn't just auto glass. They're specialty 1-888-GLASSMAN. They do many kinds of glass needs. Fireplace and any kind of home needs. 1-888-GLASSMAN, Deemer's Glass. As now we have Cohen Gray stepping into the box in this inning, facing Geiger. And he is wearing number 6, playing outfield, and he swings at the first one for a strike. As Gerber gets ready, airs the pitch to delivery, and Grace wanted to offer, but he didn't. Laid off that one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Grace. Grace looks in, comes set. He fires, and that's going to be strike 2. Great pitch by Gerber this evening. Gerber ball outside. Great job of Grace by staying off that one. He wanted that second one, laid off it a little bit, and now he's even at the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Gerber's set, wind up delivery, there's the pitch, and that's going to be called strike 3 on Grayson. He's going to go down for the first out of the inning, as that's going to bring up number 0, Gavin Morgan, also playing outfield for the red team. Down 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Morgan wearing 0, playing outfield to face Gerber. Gerber, 5 strikeouts on the evening. A lot of strikeouts tonight. Pitcher's doing a heck of a job. That's going to be swung and missed for the first strike of the at-bat for Gerber. There's the windup, there's the delivery, and that's going to be called strike 2 on Morgan. Gerber keeping that ball at bay on that outside corner. Gerber comes set. He looks. There's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Got to just thank our camera crew for doing such a fantastic job of getting these shots and these angles and these close-ups. I'm kind of at the back of these guys. Some of you can see me in your shot, which I apologize ruins it. Here's the pitch from Gerber, and that's going to be swung on a miss. That's going to be strike 3, and Morgan's going to go down swinging for the second out of the inning. But really, the cameraman getting these expressions on these faces during these at-bats is amazing. And that's going to bring up number 5, Logan Harrison, also handling outfield duties. As the red team facing Gerber. There's Gerber's windup. There's the pitch, swung on a miss, strike 1. As just looking at these shots and seeing what's going on. And I just got a text message that we have all around. Oh, and that's a base hit. That's going to be hit second base. And that's going to be fielded and thrown over. And I'm waiting for the call. And it looks like he was called out, so that's going to go down as a 4-3. But before we go to break, we got to give Harrison. We got a replay here. Let's see the replay. That is going to be, and that was perfect, close play, but the right call. And we got to give Harrison absolute credit for hustling down that line and making that a very close play. Great job on the replay. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com, as we have Eric Pollock coming to the plate, who struck out last time in the first inning for the first out of that first inning, as the blue team comes to bat down, the blue team is up 3-0, but Bracken Kaur has settled in quite nicely for the red team, as he's delivered 2 balls early, but done a great job of keeping this blue team at bay since that first little inning struggle, and that's going to be a ball high to Pollock. Pollock made that play at second base that threw it over to Riker Bjorn that we saw in our replay, and we're going to 100% say that that was the right call. Great job by our replay crew, Mel in the truck and the camera operators, as that's going to be ball 4, take your base, as Pollock heads down to first base on a walk, and that's going to bring up Hiram White, who also struck out swinging his last time up to bat, as looks like we're going to have a pitching change made, as Bracken is now going to first base, and it looks like the new pitcher is going to be, I'm not sure.
Guys, be ready.
If we can get a shot from behind him, I can see a number. Number 1, that is going to be Tyler Reed, the shortstop coming over. So it looks like the first baseman, which was Wall, is now at shortstop, and that moved Coor to first base. So Reed is now coming in. So we're going to go ahead and put a wrap on Coor's statistics. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Coor's statistics. Coor had 8 strikeouts, no hits,
Guys, be ready. Just be ready to hit.
7 walks, so Coor going to end the night with 8 Ks and 3 unearned runs as Reed is going to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that Reed came in here. And I just got a text that worldwide, but we also have someone tuning in from Snowflake, Arizona on the broadcast tonight. Somebody thinking they're pretty funny. Coming in and knowing my phone number and telling us that we're live in Snowflake on their television or their computer or whatever device. We do appreciate you folks tuning in and supporting our sponsors and our production crew. And guys, I promise you, I just show up to these games and call what I see and do it for the young men and young women, and I enjoy doing it. It's all the behind-the-scenes people. As that's going to be swung on and hit, and that's going to land fair, and that's going to be trouble as Hiram White is going to go 2, as that's going to be fielded, and he's going to go into second base with a stand-up double. That's going to move Pollock to third, and White is going to go in with White's going to go in with a stand-up double, although I think he should have slid. And that's going to bring up Brantley Winters. Winters walked his last time up and was stranded. As you look at the replay there from White, he's like, whoa, that lands fair. Coach Bjorn telling him, go, 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 go. And he goes into second with a stand-up. Winters, there's the pitch. Winters fouls one up. That's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. As Winters steps in down 0-2, facing Reed. Reed pitches, and that's going to be swung on a miss, strike 1. Reed settling down, keeping that ball low, keeping the hitters off a little bit of different style and velocity and different kinds of pitches than they've seen from Coor, so take a little bit of adjustment. There's Winters, and that's going to be ball low. That's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes to Winters, wearing number 3 this evening for the blue team. 2 on, nobody out. There's the delivery to Winters. That's ball outside. That's going to be, and Pollock had a chance on third, but he only took 2 steps. Looked like he was a little late, little hesitation, and the coach pulled him back real easy. So Winters is going to step in. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Winters. 2 runners on. Top of the 4th inning, excuse me. That's going to get away, and that's going to, now Pollock hesitates, so we might have ourselves a play at the plate. Pollock slides, and he is going to be safe. That is going to be the 4th run of the inning as Pollock hesitated and allowed the catcher to get back there. That was Rambert, get back and get the ball and throw it into Reed. And Reed almost had a play at the plate there, but nonetheless, that's going to advance White to third base, who had that double, and it's going to allow Pollock to score. And now we have Winters with a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes with a runner on third with nobody out in this inning. And that's going to be a called strike 3 on Winters, as that's going to be the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Crosby Burden for the blue team. As Crosby a chance to bring in that run. Crosby taking some practice swings, wearing number 0 for the blue. Crosby steps in the box against Reed. There's the windup and the pitch from Reed. Strike 1 on Burden. Burden steps in. Reed fires. That's going to be ball high on Burden as Reed misses up. Here's the delivery from Reed inside, ball 2. Temperature dipped a little bit this evening, kind of almost a little bit of a light jacket weather as the breeze blowing about 8 miles an hour southwest to northeast, as that's going to be delivered outside, and I believe that's going to be ball 3 on Burden. 3 balls and 1 strike to number 0. Burden playing shortstop, or left field, excuse me, for the Blue. Reed looks, wind up, delivers. That's going to be strike 2 for 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down, top of the 4th inning. Blue up 4-0. That's going to be delivered. That's going to be strike 3 called on the outside corner for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up I just got that one corrected. Stephen Birdsong for the Blue team. And he struck out for the first out of the 2nd inning. As he steps in, winds up, pitch, strike 1 to Birdsong wearing number 4. As we have White with that double down third baseline. First batter Reed faced, doubled off him. That's going to be strike 2 outside on Birdsong. Stephen, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Reed, swung on a miss by Birdsong. That's strike 3, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-0 in favor of the Blue. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. And just decided to flip on our YouTube broadcast and see what we got here. And we want to give a special shout out to Grandma and Grandpa Gerber. And I'm pretty sure that that's Colt Gerber's grandparents, but they are tuning in to our broadcast tonight from Abilene, Texas. We also have been informed that we have people in the great state of California watching this broadcast, the Los Angeles area, LA County, Orange County, we don't care, we'll take them all. But great shout out to Grandma and Grandpa Gerber watching their boys. He's going to start off this 4th inning facing Trigger Fish as actually did they switch? Is this? I think we might have had a pitching change. We did. Peterson is now pitching. Gerber, I don't know where he went in the field. They don't report changes to us, which is fine. So Peterson is now pitching for the Blue. So Gerber's night is done. So give you a little bit of that's his called strike. Gerber had 6 strikeouts, allowed no hits, and did not allow a run, so great night for Gerber. So Grandpa Gerber, hopefully that hour time difference isn't keeping you up too much, that you're able to watch your grandson play. And as we have Peterson dishes strike 3 to Fish as he goes down for the first out of the inning, that's going to bring up Maddox Wall, who struck out his last time up to bat. But we thank everybody everywhere watching our broadcast this evening as we get a called strike from Peterson. As there's another delivery to Wall, and that is a strike as well. Peterson up big. That's going to be, and that's going to be, I think that was meant to be a curve, but it almost came in as a slider. And that's going to go down as a strike 3 to Wall for the second out of the inning, as Peterson's first 2 hitters are 2 strikeouts, and that's going to bring up Bracken Kaur, who flew out to second base his last time out with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Kaur is outside. Kaur steps in. Peterson looking, fires. Twister. A little bit of arc and curve on that ball. As Kaur, 2 balls and no strikes. Peterson looking, wind-up delivery. Kaur swings, drives it to first base, and that's going to be to Riker Bjorn. No, actually, Gerber's going to be first base. Gerber's going to step on it. No runs, no hits. No errors, nobody left as we go to the 5th inning. The score is 4-0 in favor of the blue team. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN. Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Show Low Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. And we also have Colt's Aunt Dina and Uncle Dave from Anthem. So in the state, so we're in the state, out of state, all over the place watching this game this evening. Hope you enjoy these games, and we'd like to thank our sponsors for bringing them. Ace Hardware, Show Low Ford, Deemer's Glass, Ace Hardware, Summit Healthcare, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Horn Auto Center, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, along with, to start off this inning, Northland Pioneer College. When it comes time to hit off your college education, start it at the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, locations in Apache County. Northland Pioneer College. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, Mikhail Rawlings, who struck out his last time up, is going to be our first batter of the evening. Doing the pitching duties, Bramberg stays in at catcher, but we have Tyler Reed coming in, as we gave you Kaur's statistic. Pretty good evening for that young man, as Mikhail Rollins stepping into the plate to face Reed. Again, top 5, we go 6 in the Little League. Here's Rollins, first pitch inside, ball on the inside. Rollins dusts himself off and steps back in. He doesn't really dust himself off, but he kind of got a little chinned in there, so he brushed off. That's going to be a foul ball. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. Looks like we also have some viewers from the Mesa area tuning in. Maybe not permanently, but that's okay. We'll take all the viewership we can get. Appreciate all of you folks, and I hope you enjoy this game. You're connection to the game, whatever it may be, as Rawlings looks at another ball. Here's Reed, delivery, windup, and that's going to be fouled off. And Rawlings, 2-2 on him, but he's doing everything he can to time the pitch from Reed and trying to help his team by getting a base runner on. 4-0 is the score. The blue team up, wearing their red, white, and blue, trimmed in gold, adorned Diamondbacks uniforms. As Rawlings is going to hit us another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. As it looks like there might have been a young lad right there, and almost the people were trying to warn the young one. Oh, we got it. We're safe. And yeah, broadcast. I believe that's as there we go. Rollins, another foul off. Great job. As Little League is just family night at the ballpark, and I don't think we would have that any different, although I don't see many snow cones coming out, which that kind of disappoints me, but that's okay too. There's the wind of the pitch, and that's going to be dribbled to the second baseman as Rollins comes over, and Rawlings has a great at bat, seeing a few pitches here and there, and Rollins is going to ground out to the second baseman, but has a very effective at bat for the first out of the inning, and 3 or 4 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass fly balls or foul balls. See, that's going to bring up Riker Bjorn, the leadoff hitter. Riker has walked twice and scored once as Riker gets into face Reed, swings at strike one. That was a foul tip, so we're going to call that a Deemer's Glass foul tip. We have a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball and a Deemer's Glass foul tip. I'm just making that stuff up at this point. Reed looking to Bjorn. There's the windup delivery, and that's going to be a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball just off the top. Back into play. Ball goes back to Reed. Riker Bjorn down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that's going to be swung on a miss for strike 3, but it's going to get by the catcher, and Riker's going to safely make it to first base after a strikeout, but a heads-up running play by Riker Bjorn, and what could have been the second out of the inning. Riker now sits on first base with 1 down, and Xander Owens, who has walked and scored, as well as struck out his last time at bat.
That's the furry thing.
Here's Reed, the delivery, swung on and missed by Owens. 4-0 in the in the 5th inning, and we go 6. And if the red team is down, then the red team does get their chance to get their cuts in that last inning, as time does not seem to be a factor at this point, as that's going to be a ball inside to Owens. And look for Riker looking for any opportunity, any ball in the dirt. After watching him hustle down to first base after that drop third strike, he definitely could be a steal threat. And again, to remind the folks at home, as there's a strike to Owens, when the ball crosses the plate is when you're allowed to steal. In high school, of course, it's pretty much whenever it's a live ball. And in high school softball, it's when it leaves the pitcher's hand. But in Little League Baseball, it's when it crosses that plate. There's a ball in the dirt, and Bjorn looking, and thrown to second. Bjorn safely back at first. And I believe we're going to have a full count here on Owens, as Reed working very fast, which is definitely a delight to most people watching. That's going to be strike 3 called on Owens for the second out of the inning, as Bjorn stays at first. And now that brings up the current pitcher, Drex Peterson, wearing number 2. I believe he's our current pitcher for the blue team, but there must have been another change because he was catching, as he looks at ball 1. 2 down here, top of the 5th inning. Cholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. Wind up the pitch, and that was delivered right back to Reed. Reed takes a step, and Reed's going to get a throwing error on Core, and that's going to allow Bjorn not only to get to second, Bjorn's going to go into third, and that's going to put Peterson safely at second. So an error is going to be awarded to the pitcher as he dribbled it right back. That's going to allow Bjorn to get to third and Peterson to move to second, and that's going to bring up Gerber, who walked and flew out to third base in that very easy one. Coach Core coming out to tell him to calm down. They've got 2 down. Do everything they can to keep that run down, but it's a crazy game sometimes, folks. As look at the replay here, is the replay to Reed, and Reed kind of got a little antsy with that. Could have taken another step and given himself a little more time. Bjorn almost surprised that ball went by, so Bjorn not picking up his pitchers. We get a nice shot on the replay of Mel in the truck there. And that's what we all want to see. Mel doing a great job that he does. As Coach Kaur visiting with his team. Probably telling them, guys, we're okay. We got 2 outs. Let's calm down. And Reed looks a little shaken up. He can just settle down. Doing a heck of a job. Has not allowed the run that came in when he was pitching was not credited to him. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts for Reed. As Gerber swings on and misses. We've got some aunts and uncles from Phoenix. Looks like we got the Fish family from Mesa. And, this one is pretty good. The boys at the Novo Power Plant enjoying the game tonight. Shout out to them, working hard to keep things going out at Novo Power. So we are truly worldwide, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a swing and a miss to Gerber. It's always fun to see where people are tuning in from or what's going on, but enjoy bringing you this broadcast this evening, folks. As Gerber swings and misses, that's going to be strike 3, and he's going to go down. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, 2 left. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-0 in favor of the blue team. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center on the Deuce Clubs in Shola. Yeah, we got new cars, but we got some awesome used cars for tax time. How about a 2022 Chevy Silverado RST? It's already lifted, it's got a 6.2 and 24,000 miles. Did you get a little bit of tax money? Credit's not so good? Well, check out this 02 Nissan Xterra. This thing is in great shape. It's a manual transmission and 4-wheel drive. Over here, how about a 2023 Mazda CX-50? It's equipped with a 2.5 turbo and it's all-wheel drive. You got to see the interior of this car. Over here, last but not least, we used to have them brand new, Subaru Forester, a 2020 Forester Sport, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and all the safety features of Subaru. It's Horn Auto Center on the Deuce in Sholo. Come check us out here in person or at hornauto.com. Make it a great day.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. As the red and the blue battling here, as Peterson is settling in to do the pitching duties, as the red team is going to send Reed, Ramberg, and Willis up to the plate. So 4, 5, and 6 due up for the red team this at bat, as we're going to have them come and settle in. As Reed, the pitcher, Reed a little shook up on that error. However, he got out of that inning nice and easy, no runs allowed. So Reed steps in to face Peterson. We haven't really, right now our lead drive of the game, our hit of the game, is that hit by Hiram White, that double down the line, which was a great hit and set some good things up for the blue team in that couple innings ago, as we got time called on the field. And this is the bottom of the 5th. So I believe things can end in a tie. So we're an inning and a half away And I believe that was called a ball as Reed takes the ball. There's the pitch, and that's going to be called strike. Peterson comes set. Here's the windup. That's going to be outside. And I believe that's 3 balls and 1 strike to Reed. That's going to be a foul tip. A Deemer's glass foul tip. Because there's not much glass. That's okay. I just missed getting them earlier, so but we got our Deemer's glass shattering hit coming up later in the game, and we'd like to see a couple more. We'd like to see it. We got our Honda Ski and Outdoor post-game show, which we'll run into. We got our player of the game, and there's another foul ball. That one takes off the pole here in Silver Creek Little League. I believe it's a full count to Reed. Step in fire, and that's going to be outside, and he's going to walk. And Reed's going to go down to first base and trying to get something going for the red team, as that's going to bring up Ramberg, the catcher. Ramberg doing a heck of a job behind the dish tonight. The delivery from Peterson, no outs, bottom of the 5th. Here's the delivery, and that's going to be inside, and that's going to barely miss Ramberg. As Reed's going to go to second, he actually took a spin towards third, as that's going to be credited with the pass ball to the catcher. And the red team trying to get something going here against Peterson here in this 5th inning. There's a pitch, and that's a nice hit out to center field, and that's going to drop, and that's going to get by the center fielder, and that's going to put Ramberg second. He's going into third. That's going to allow Reed to cross the plate, and Ramberg's going to go into third with, we're just going to go ahead and give him a triple. That scores Reed. That scores Reed. That gives Ramberg the triple. And the red team is showing life, and that's going to bring up Duke Willis, who hit it to first base last time and had that first base unassisted play by Bjorn. And that's going to be fouled off. High pitch fouled off back here at Silver Creek Ballpark. Peterson looking. Willis in. That's going to be ground ball to third base, and that's going to be bounced off third baseman. And we're going to have an error on the third baseman, but more importantly, that is going to allow Ramberg to score. And Willis now goes down to first base with an error credited to the third baseman. The score is now 4-2 in favor of the blue team. The red team with no outs in this inning clawing back, and that's going to bring up Coulter Hatch, who struck out last time at bat. Peterson looks. Peterson fires. Strike 1. As that's going to be Willis is going to go, and Willis is going to take second easily with a stolen base. As they pull the breakaway base, clean it off, and pop that thing back on. We have time in play here. The safety bases made standard a few years ago. I believe those look like the magnetic variety. Peterson inside, and that's going to be fouled off by Hatch. And Willis's speed over there is pretty impressive. He stole that base uncontested. As Peterson steps in, Hatch looking. Great job by our camera crew. That's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Hatch goes down for the first out of the inning. Willis on second. That's going to bring up Benjamin Greer, who struck out his last time up for the red team. Greer in to face Peterson. Peterson checks his runner, looks, strike one. Strike one swinging on Greer. Peterson set, looks, outside, called strike on Greer, strike two. 4-2 here, bottom of the fifth inning. Peterson comes set, checks his runners. There's the delivery, and that's going to be a dead ball, and that's going to put Greer on first base with a hit by a pitch with one out. We're going to have runners on first and second with one down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And we got time. Time has been called. That's going to bring up Gavin Morgan, who struck out his last time up back in the third inning as he steps in. And we're going to get time is called to switch out a ball, and Morgan's going to come up. Morgan's going to have runners on first and second. Peterson delivers. Strike one called, and that's going to allow the very speedy Willis to get to third. Now we're going to have runners at the corners. Greer on first, Willis, two stolen bases. Here's Peterson windup, and that's going to be strike two swinging as Greer now steals second base. So Reds setting themselves up very nicely with one down here in the fifth, getting something going, putting it on the shoulders of Grace here. As Grace swings strike three, and that's going to be out number two. As Grace goes down swinging out number two, and that's going to bring up Gavin Morgan. My apologies, I think I had Morgan batting, and it was not Morgan, that was Cohen Grace. Now, number 0, Gavin Morgan, playing outfield for the red team, comes up with two outs. A base hit, possibility to score two, as Morgan swings and misses the first one, strike one. As very rare that the flag's not blowing at all and that the dust from the slide backs is moving straight up in the air for a spring evening in Snowflake, so the wind not a factor right now. Here's the pitch to Morgan. That's going to be down low. That's going to be 1-1 to Morgan. Willis on third, looking like any kind of pass ball, anything, he's ready to go. And Willis taking a monster lead at second as well after the pitch. And that one's going to get through just there, and that's going to allow Willis to come across. And I don't know if we have a replay on that, but I'm not sure he touched the plate. We do not have a replay on it, but I was watching pretty close, and I'm not sure he put his foot because the plate was a little bit dirty, but nonetheless, nothing appealed. Ball back in. Greer advances to third. Willis comes across. Morgan with two strikes on him, and nope, that was strike one. So that was strike two. My apologies to him. So runner on third, two down now, and Morgan gets him bat on the ball, a chance to score a run. As he's going to swing, and that's going to be strike three for the third out of the inning. So we have 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the top of the 6th, 4-3 in favor of the blue team. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Let's go, Jensen! Let's go, Jensen!
Welcome back to Show Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as we have Jansen Baldwin, who struck out twice for the blue team up to bat in the top of the 6th inning, which Little League we go 6. And at this time, too, we also got a shout-out to Jamie Ramberg, the catcher. And he's got someone watching him from Goodyear, Arizona, as we got a ground ball to second base over, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base, and that's going to be a 4-3 for the first out of the inning. And that was a very close play on Baldwin there, as we got a replay. That was the replay of the last inning. That's okay. As Reed, wind-up, delivery, swung on a missed strike one, and this is Eric Pollock coming up as we had, that was really close at first base. Really close. Great job by our camera crew. Almost close where I'm not even going to say. We're going to go with what the umpire said. Ball delivered to Pollock. 1 ball, 1 strike outside as Reed delivers outside. And again, we go 6 innings. So 4-3. Blue team is up. So after this, if the blue team fails to score any, the red team will have their last at bats as they are the designated home team tonight. And that's going to be called a strike on Pollock. 1 down here in the 6th for the blue team. As Reed came in the top of the 4th and has done a fantastic job. Foul ball down behind the catcher, in front of our table. And that is a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball this evening from Silver Creek. I don't even know what we call this. Silver Creek Park, Little League Park. As the wind up the pitch, that one's going to be that one, they're going to call that a fair ball, and that's going to allow Pollock to go from first to second, and I'm going to wait and see what's decided here. And it looks like Pollock is going to get credited with a triple, okay? And then we're going to have a throwing error that brings him home. And that's going to give a 5-3 lead as Reed steps in. And I'm not sure we have that on replay, as White's going to foul, and White had so far, our glass-shattering hit. And it was that double. Pollock is going to come close there, but I'm not sure. I have a pretty good view, and I cannot tell folks if that was fair or foul. And Reed has settled down and done a good job. That's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. I'm not sure of the angle and where that landed, but if it went over the bag fair and landed foul, that's another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. Then it is a fair ball. I'm right off the side of the angle, and both umpires, neither one of them saw it as a foul ball. Thus, it stands fair. We've moved on. So we're going to move on too, as it's now 5-3 with White up to bat here in this inning. Again, we'd like to thank all you tuning in from all over the great nation, the great state, the world. That's going to be a hit by White. White's going to ground it. Ball to second base, fielded, thrown, and it is going to be thrown wild. And White's going to now take a turn. So White's going to be credited with, and that's going to be an error, as they're going to wave Hiram home. Ball's going to be thrown home. That's going to be offline, and Hiram's going to go all the way around on an error. So we're going to credit an error and then an error. And he's going to go all the way around, and that's going to make the score 6-3 in favor of Blue with 1 down here in the 6th inning. So the Blue doing their best to get some insurance runs here in this inning, as you kind of see a replay of that, and I think Hiram was about as shocked as anyone. That's going to bring up Brantley Winters, who struck out his last time up to bat, walked his first time up, and was trying on. He's going to get it right up the middle. That's going to be filmed by Reed. Reed's going to throw it over to Kaur, and that's going to be an easy 1-3 for the second out of the inning here in the sixth, as that's going to bring up Crosby Burden, who has struck out twice in his time at the plate. Again, 6-3 here, top of the sixth inning. We're going to go six tonight. Red's going to come in. Tyler Reed doing a great job holding Reed and Kaur. Kaur started the game. Reed came in. As Reed winds up to throw to Burden, and that's going to be swung on a miss for strike one. There's the wind up the pitch. Strike two on Burden. Reed gets ahead really early in the count. Wind up the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike three, as Burden's going to go down for the third out of the inning. And we're going to leave that for the Blue team and see what the Red team can come up with. That's the, let's see. I got 2 runs on 1 hit and nobody left as we go to the bottom of the sixth. 6-3 in favor of the Blue. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Shola Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Shola Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Shola Ford has the best deal. Shola Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholaford.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. This is the end of the game as we're going to have Logan Harrison up for the Red team, and Harrison grounded to second base, his only time up as he swings at strike one. Don't forget we have the Honda Ski and Outdoor post-game show after this where we're going to award the glass-shattering hit of the game, the Horn Auto Center drive of the game, as well as our Honda Ski and Outdoor player of the game. So stay tuned right after this inning as Harrison's going to foul that off. He's going to go down 0-2 into the count. 6-3 the score here. Blue up on the Red. Blue is up on the Red. You can't say blue up on the Red because then it sounds like, but you know, we just invent stuff here at iTalk and broadcasting. That's just how we do it. As Peterson steps in. Peterson and Gerber sharing the duties. Gerber doing a heck of a job as Peterson throws it outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we do appreciate all of our sponsors. And that's going to be inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Harrison, who is trying to start off this last inning for the Red team. As Harrison wearing number 5 playing outfield this evening. And that's going to be called strike 3 on Harrison for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Triggerfish, who has struck out twice up to bat. He's going to be followed by Wall, and if we get that far, Bracken Kaur. And at this point, getting runners on is what's important for the Red team, as we have Peterson outside, ball one to Fish. I believe Fish is still playing second base. As here's the windup delivery, and that is swung on a miss by Fish. That's another strike. As Fish calms himself down in the count, steps out of the box. Now he steps back in to face Peterson. 1 out for the red team. There's a swing, and that's going to be strike 3 on Fish, and he's going to go down swinging for strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring Maddox Wall up to bat. Wall has struck out twice on the evening as well to face Peterson. Ball one outside. Foul ball back to the screen. That's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball as Maddox Wall steps in. Here's a wind delivery from Peterson. Swung on, and that is going to be a base hit through the gap, and that's going to be stopped by the right fielder. Wall's going to try to go to second, and he's going to be tagged out for the third out of the inning, as we're going to get a 9-4 for the third out of the inning. We're going to go straight to our Honda Ski and Outdoor post-game show. Honda Ski and Outdoor for all your hunting and fishing needs as it comes close to summertime here in the White Mountains. Visit Honda Ski and Outdoor for all your hunting and fishing needs here in the White Mountains. We're going to go first to our glass-shattering hit of the game. And our glass-shattering hit of the game is going to be the second base double bagger by Hiram White that got things going for the blue team in that fourth inning. So our glass-shattering hit of the game is Hiram White and what he did on that hit. Now we got our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. And our Horn Auto Center drive of the game is going to be Eric Pollock's triple and then the error which allowed him to score. So Eric Pollock with our drive of the game, getting that ball close to being fair or foul on that line, was ruled a fair ball, went to third, throwing error at third, got him to score, picked up that small little rally there and allowed the blue team to get that 6-3 and run into that last inning. So Hiram White, Eric Pollock, you're our glass hit of the game and our drive of the game. And we're going to go right now to our player of the game. And our player of the game is going to be number 23, the starting pitcher for the blue team, and that is Colt Gerber. Colt Gerber came into the game, did a fantastic job, allowed no runs, no hits. They did have, let me think, they don't think they had an error behind him. He allowed no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. So Colt Gerber, congratulations, you are our Honda Ski and Outdoor Player of the Game. I'm Aaron Hewish for Mel in the Truck. Robin, RJ on the cameras. We're going to be back here at the Silver Creek Little League Thursday night to bring you more Little League action, because why not? It's the month of May, and it's what we have going on. So we're going to bring it to you live here on italk1067.com. So for all of us, this has been Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on italk1067.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of local sports on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and italk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to